Hello, and welcome back. My name is Ben.
And I'm Nate.
And I'm Joe.
And this is Trivial Trivia. And today,
Welcome back.
Joe's going to take it away with some things. What do you got there, Joe?
So, we got a fun podcast idea! Yay! The Antarctica Ice Wall Conspiracy. Have you guys heard of this before? Today,
Yes.
before
Briefly.
Yes.
Briefly. It is
Too
come
much.
It's come across my knowledge.
It's come across his brain waves. Okay.
Alright.
You guys have any questions before we begin?
Why? This is for you. Why? Okay.
Okay. Let me answer you calm. So this theory is just rooted in the fact that a lot of people, conspiracists and flat earthers mainly, believe that Antarctica is actually a ring around us, like these continents as we know, and there's just more outside of that. And basically the government has come together to keep it a secret for research reasons, and to just, they like to hide stuff from us sometimes.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Following along.
Do you know what it looks like?
I do have
Do you have a visual?
Sure.
Oh, you have a picture. Well, also, for the audience, there will be a picture shown.
You can
And
get a
yeah,
better
this
picture.
is roughly
So,
what the flat
Antarctica?
Earth theory looks like.
Then
And then that's...
Okay.
See?
I see.
Remember to send that one to me, too. I'll put that
It's
one
in the
up
chat.
and another one. Oh.
So basically, they believe it's a flat Earth, and it's kind of just like a dome around us, and then there's just more outside. There's actually some cool names for some of the islands, like Asgard.
That's cool.
So people actually believe in Norse mythology now.
Sure.
This is Marvel.
I mean,
Maybe there might be some creatures.
True.
Might be some
What's
scary
next? Do we get
creatures that might
Greek
be where the
mythology?
Jersey Devil is. Out there.
A reference.
Among
Bigfoot.
us.
Another reference. Huh?
Okay. That was a reference. Okay.
It was a
okay.
reference.
So, some things that they say to support their theory is just like a misinterpretation of geography. Like Antarctica isn't a ice wall. It's just some glaciers. It's more like,
It's an isoterratectonic plate, I believe, because it is considered a continent, unlike the North Pole, which is just ice, or the Arctic.
Wait, let me read that. So they believe that Antarctica is a wall around us, but it's really just a continent covered in ice and not a wall. So it's just like more land, basically.
Okay.
There is some glaciers, but not like how they say. And there's also a misunderstanding of the Antarctic Treaty, which is actually where this theory began to start in 1959, when a treaty was established and
Between who?
between countries, between Earth.
Very insightful.
Okay.
Incredible.
Believe me.
Incredible.
Wow.
Between Earth. A Antarctica treaty between Earth, and so you're not really allowed to go there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we're not allowed to go to Antarctica.
Well, for research purposes, but they have to be properly sanctioned. You can't just visit. Well, what you can do is you can fly to Antarctica, and then you fly from the airport. So you go to the airport, land, and then leave. That's it. You can't leave the general vicinity unless
Are
you
there
have
people
strict
there?
authorization. There's scientists and military
And
personnel.
to counter the ice wall thing, we just have satellite signals or
Imagery.
whatever that's called, imagery, that is seeing Antarctica is not a wall.
We've been to space,
It's continent.
and so has our technology. We can see everything.
And to and it just like the Earth isn't flat.
It's just not.
I know Nate thinks the Earth is flat. He is actually a flat earther among us.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
it just does not agree with gravity and behavior of celestial bodies.
But if I was, I would ask, have we seen the other side of this wall? Do we really know if there's not flat Earth on the other side?
Well, satellite imagery. He just said that.
my guy.
We can see the entirety of the Earth and the space beyond.
What's the source?
Satellite imagery. We both said that
Satellite imagery,
more than
my guy.
once. More than once. We've been to the moon. We talked about that last season, pretty early on too.
Womp womp.
Gravity, how that works. You can do a laser test, which I was watching a movie on Netflix. Was at one
There
point.
was actually a movie where flat earthers were trying to prove it flat, and they proved that it was round.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. That same movie. They proved that there was curvature to the Earth with their own experiment done by them.
Wow. Yeah.
And they were like the top flat earthers in the flat earth world community thing.
Okay.
Their scientists and our scientists proved we live on an oblate spheroid,
So,
which is a globe, basically.
Earth is not flat.
No, it's not.
It is not flat.
It is not flat, no.
I mean, could be.
Well, we just...
You
don't
just-
know.
If the government lied to us this whole time.
But real people, like normal people, not government officials, not...
Maybe they
High-level
work for them
scientists.
secretly. We'll never know until we die and become ghosts.
I mean, you if you're on a high enough mountain, you can see the curvature of the Earth. I've seen it before.
Or
You can see how the
or
Earth...
Maybe that's just the cloudiness of your vision.
No, I have perfect vision. I have all
I don't know. You are dyslexic.
great... That is a
Oh.
highly different thing.
Oh.
Very different. What one thing that causes dyslexia is, or one of the things that involves dyslexia is different, like sometimes considered higher spatial reasoning skills. Like the letters seem the same in different orientations. Like a B and a P look relatively similar because they're basically the same letter, just in a different presentation. So I can like visualize physical things, which helps with direction.
Okay. Stop
skills.
the yap fest.
You asked,
Yeah.
and I gave you the answer. But
Are you guys happy with
what?
the ice wall theory?
I
Was it an interesting theory?
was it interesting?
Was it
Yes.
dumb?
Is it real?
Is
No.
it something that you think, if it somehow was true, how surprised would you be?
Very much so.
I'd be pretty surprised. Yeah. I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it.
No.
But it is interesting.
It's interesting what people come up with.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to have those creative writing exercises, but let's not put it out onto the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Florida of the Day.
Which is
Better be you, because I don't have one.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
I
true,
have another
true.
if
It's
it's
me.
my turn.
Are you all ready? Here we go. And now for the Florida Man of the Day, the moment you've all been waiting for, where I teach you about stupid things that Florida people do. Today,
I love my Florida
a lot of
mans.
things.
I love my Florida man.
it's a lot. Actually, while researching
You
this topic,
sexy Florida men out there.
I stumbled across this thing called the Florida Man Games, where there's people who compete in Florida Man-like activities. And one of them is jousting in mud with homemade pool noodles. Or like pool noodle weapons, rather. Another one is running from the cops, and not actually running from them, but it's a game where you're chased by actual police officers
Wow.
for the purpose of a game.
I might have
Because
to play this one.
Florida
guys.
Man, or Florida people and Florida men, they love to run from the police. And now, for the actual Florida Man of the Day. This took place in Merritt Island, Florida. And there was a Florida man. His name was
Garrett.
Jonathan Hinkle. Hinkle.
Okay.
What a
Haven't heard that one
name.
before.
Now, you see this man, this Jonathan Hinkle
Yeah.
man, he wanted to go to a Hooters.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to go so
Oh, yeah.
bad that
We
he
all
called
love Hooters.
911 and he said, "Hey, my grandmother is having a stroke at Hooters. You need to take me there So they took him to Hooters. They searched around for, I want to say, 3 hours.
While he was sitting down eating some
Where
wings.
did it say? I don't know. It said somewhere. Search for 3 hours to find his grandmother, who could not be found. They later figured out that she was somewhere else. She was not at that Hooters at any time during that day, and she did not suffer a stroke. So instead, they arrested this 20-year-old man, Jonathan Hinkle, for misuse of calling 911. And now, this took place back in, 2017? Yes. So his case is long over. Don't know what happened to him because after his article came up, he pretty much dropped off the face of the earth in internet form. Like, you can't find him. But here is something.
It's a conspiracy.
Here is something for you. If you do need to call the police, and it is not an emergency, there is a non-emergency number. Call that number so that you won't get charged with a misuse of dialing 911. There are 2 numbers. 911 is for emergencies only, but if you need to contact the police or other first responders and it's not an emergency, look up that number and call that one instead. It helps you and the first responders.
What I don't get is how they were searching around for hours.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them
In
so
one
long.
Why did
Hooters?
it take so long?
I don't know. Maybe they had to write a report. I don't know.
He's
It might be
eating
small.
wings. He's like, no, she's here somewhere. You
Keep
gotta
looking.
find her.
Just keep looking. But I don't know. Maybe it's probably Merritt Island. I don't know the size of their police force. It might have been small. There might be confusion. I don't know. They might have to write reports. I don't know, Nate. I've never been to Merritt Island, Florida, or talked to their police department, so I can't tell you why it took him 3 hours. And this took place over 5 years ago. But that is Jonathan Hinkle.
Back when, Hooters was popping for real.
I've never been to Hooters,
And
so I would not know.
They done fell off.
And did they like keep an eye on him the whole time, or was he just they let him go as soon?
I mean, I'm assuming, based on the article, I read the same article on several places, that it just said that he was taken to Hooters. And he offered, because offered is not a word, offered to pay them, but he didn't pay them. He went to jail instead.
Would they have not taken him to jail if he had paid them?
I mean, should they have taken him to jail either way? Yes. Are there corrupt people in any part of the world, and no matter what job you are? Yes. So possibly he could have found corrupt people who would have taken the payoff, but probably he would not have had enough money to pay them off because he needed to be taken to Hooters. He was not willing, rather, to pay for like a taxi or an Uber Lyft or Uber or Lyft. They're 2 different things. I don't know.
As cops,
I don't use ride
Why
sharing.
aren't you curious right when you hear that his grandma's at Hooters?
They
Why
find good
wouldn't
wings,
his
maybe.
grandma go
I don't
to
know.
Hooters?
I've never been to Hooters.
I
Like
think
food's
his
good.
grandma's more of a Cracker Barrel lady.
I mean, based on him, I would not be surprised. All right, and that was today's Florida Man. And now for the movie review of the day. What do we got today, Joe?
Today we are reviewing Asa Edge.
The Amazing
The classic.
2002 movie. So, what's this movie all about, Joe?
Okay, so basically, have you guys heard of the Ice Age before? Hopefully, yes. Back in the day, there was an Ice Age, and ice was everywhere. It was an ice world. It was after the Jurassic period.
What's that a joke to? I don't get the joke. I'm gonna.
It's just dumb.
So he finds a young baby
Yes.
in
Creepy
a
baby.
village. In a creepy baby.
All the humans in the Ice Age series are horrifying.
They do look weird.
Have you ever seen the movies? They're so
Duh.
terrifying.
What's that effect called?
Animation?
No, it's
I don't
like the one where you it's kind of human but not, or something.
The Uncanny Valley?
Yeah, Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Is that what you think?
creepy, yes.
Not really to me. I think it's kind of just
creepy.
regular DreamWorks type stuff.
But
This
Shrek
is
wasn't
DreamWorks,
creepy. That's DreamWorks.
Wait, this is DreamWorks, right?
I don't know. We'll check. No, Blue Sky's 20th century.
I think it's Blue Sky.
They made Rio.
They did make Rio.
Oh, that was mid. Anyway, So they find a baby, and then their goal is to. What were they even doing?
They were trying to get the baby to the village.
Yeah.
So they had to get the baby back to the village before the wall closed in. If you guys remember.
Yes, I do recall that now.
A lot of stuff happened along their journey.
They met up with a Smilodon.
What is that?
It's the official name of the animal that is known as the saber-toothed tiger or the saber-toothed cat. It's the actual name is called the Smilodon. The other name's the saber-toothed tiger, saber-toothed cat, which is the same thing. It's all the same thing. Is a new what would you call it? Like a person like normal people called it that, but it's like official name. Like not its Latin name, but its official title is Smilodon.
There's also a little squirrel running around who kind of causes a lot of stuff to happen in that world.
What was the squirrel's name?
Very interesting. Scrat.
Sid.
No,
Sid
Sid's
is
a
a
sloth.
He's
Not a squirrel. He is a giant sloth. What they're called?
Yes, correct.
No, I'm talking about Sid. Not Scrat. Scrat's a
No, Sid.
squirrel. Okay. You're saying the opposite of what I'm saying. Whatever. Whatever. What happened next?
So wait, where? Okay, they
The
also
wall's
had
closing.
a little. They had a little run-in with some.
Smilodons.
No.
Saber-tooth tigers. Saber-tooth cats.
Wait, dodo birds.
Dodo birds.
They did.
The melon.
I forgot about that. I mean, it's been ages since I've seen the movie.
Come on, guys, you don't know this movie.
The last melon.
Melanin.
Oh, what was it?
Anyway.
What was the chant they said? Something down on you.
I know what
Wait.
you're talking about.
Oh, what was it? Doom down on you. I don't remember. Look it up. It's funny. That's not really that funny.
That was probably the best scene in the movie, and
It was pretty great. Sid blew up the watermelon. Everyone
they
was...
end up returning the baby. Everything's okay. They do have a run-in with the saber-tooth family. They get away, fight them off, however, and yeah, top tier movie of childhoods.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. What do you rate it?
Serious.
Ben.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It has been ages since I watched it, but back when I first watched it and watched it several times, after, I don't know, I'd probably give it a higher up score. And the series that it created, which some of those movies were really good.
Movies are actually really good.
Yeah.
Especially Continental Drift.
That was a good one. I liked the Collision Course because it had Neil deGrasse Tyson playing a weasel version of himself, which was a figment of Buck's imagination, which is the weasel with the eye
And
patch.
of course the dinosaur one.
Which
Classic.
is the one with Buck, where it's his first appearance. But I would give it probably an 8 or an 8.5. I thought it was good. What you guys?
This first one's probably one of my lesser liked ones of the Ice Age series, but you know it is the first.
It's the first.
I'd give it a good 7. It's a fun watch.
It's not one of my favorites from Ice Age wise.
Yeah.
So I'd have to lean. I'll give it a 7.5. It is the first one. It starts everything off. My favorite's probably still the dinosaur one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Saw that in theaters.
They gotta give respect to the OG.
Dinosaur one, not the original one. I wasn't born yet. Yeah.
Yep, I was only 3 years old when the dinosaur one came out.
How old was I? I was 6, which shows the age gap, and Nate was
4?
5.
5. No, 4. You're born
4.5.
early
Call it
2005.
a fair deal.
Yeah,
Okay,
so 4
well,
years. And
that
now,
was a
briefly for
good
the cast, because
movie.
apparently they don't appreciate it as much as I do. Gosh darn it, what did I do?
Okay, we don't even know anybody.
Okay, Ray Romano.
Taylor
He
Swift.
played Manfred or Manny. Not sure who he is. I probably have seen him in something else. But John, I'm going to butcher names because I'm terrible with names. Lugiasmo.
Lugizama.
I don't know how to say his name. He played Sid. That's not how you say his name. He's a funny guy. He was in a couple episodes of My Name is Earl, which was a TV show in the early 2000s, which I thought was funny. It ended on a cliffhanger, which is very disappointing. But this guy, John, whatever his last name is, he played like a Mexican mobster equivalent because one of the characters was from Mexico. and she had to go to Mexico for some reason, and he was in it. He did a good job. He was in a Christmas movie that came out last year or the year before that. It was Violent Nights. I didn't end up seeing it, but he was the main villain, and then Santa Claus tried to kill him a bunch and his henchmen. I've seen him in some other things, but I think he's a funny guy personally. Dennis Leary, he played Diego, and he was also the police officer who was the father of what's her name? Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man series, the one with Andrew Garfield as the Spider-Man. Yes. Who else? We got Simon Pegg. He played Buck, which was he wasn't in the first one. This is just the film series cast, apparently. Okay. Stephen Root, I've seen him in some things. He plays the Aardvark dad and other people. Don't remember what he was in. Cedric the Entertainer, he played Carl. Don't know who Carl is. Cedric the Entertainer, I have seen him in something, but I cannot place him. Jane Karozowski. Just kidding. I don't remember how to say her name. She was in 30 Rock. Why are you going on to Simon Pegg?
No, we don't need these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Simon Pegg, but he's not in the first one, so we're just going to ignore him for now. And Diedrich Bader, he played Oscar. Not sure who Oscar was in the movie.
Okay, you don't know who he is.
I don't know who he was in the movie, but I know the actor. I've
That's
seen
like
him
the
in a
last
couple things.
5
He was in an
minutes.
episode of Psych. And last...
And you know that is the cast.
Well, she wasn't in that one. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, great
But
cast.
hey.
Great cast, good
Wow.
movie, great OG.
W.
Yeah, not the greatest rundown of the cast we've ever seen. But
By the way, we have to say goodnight.
oh, right. So
Like, subscribe.
share, comment, check out our website if you check out our website. Also, if you want to buy some of our amazing merchandise, email us and we'll send you a private code which allows you to buy our merchandise at the same price as if we're public, but we don't have to pay a really high fee. It would be like $1,000 a year, and that's a lot of money since
Yes,
we're not making any money. So if you want to donate us $1,000, we'll open up the store again, or just donate. You can actually donate. Check the link description. You'll find our Linktree, which has all of our links, and PayPal is on there. You can donate to us if you want to support the show.
W fans.
We could use it.
W fans.
Yeah.
Family.
You're our family now.
You
That
don't have any families.
if you have nothing, you have all of us. We are happy to be here for you. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and you'll see us because we can't see you in the next episode.
Love you guys. Hugs and kisses.
Stay sweet.